Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank the gentleman for yielding, and also Mr. Young for his authorship of this bill. I changed dramatically what I had to say when I came down here when I heard that the Republican endeavor to reestablish the 40-hour work week, which is a practical thing that's good for people, is a fraud. A fraud? The people that have been the advocates for Obamacare are using the word fraud. No, I won't yield. I won't yield. The people, I heard what the gentleman had to say. The people that are the advocates for Obamacare itself, which is a fraud against the American people.
The gentleman from Iowa will suspend.
Can I ask for a point of order? What point of order, Madam Speaker? What recourse, if any, do I have when the gentleman misstated my point? Totally.
The chair cannot give an advisory opinion.
All right. Well, if the gentleman would yield, we could clarify it, but apparently
the gentleman has not yielded.
That's all right. I gotta go.
The gentleman from Iowa is recognized.
May I inquire as to how much time I might have?
The gentleman from Iowa has 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The gentleman used the term fraud. It is ironic that Obamacare itself has been so misrepresented to the American people that for the top three things that were stated by those who advocated for Obamacare, that if you like your policy, you can keep it. If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. And by the way, we're going to save these families $2,500 a year. There's not a single family in America that promise has been kept for, and yet I hear the word fraud from the other side of the aisle. And it's not very far down to Mount Vernon, where, at least by legend, it's alleged that George Washington was asked, who chopped down the cherry tree? He said, I cannot tell a lie. I chopped down the cherry tree. Well, calling the Affordable Care Act the Affordable Care Act is not true. George Washington could not utter these words. He might be able to say the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, because that's technically the name for it. But to utter those words and try to tell the American people it's affordable by anybody is not true, and I don't think George Washington could state that. So we're watching here as people have jobs where they get paid overtime, 56 hours a week, 45 hours a week. They're getting paid time and a half over 40 hours because that's the standard work week. And now we see Obamacare dropped it down to 30. Employers did the rational thing. And we're hearing that that gap between 30 and 40 cancels insurance policies. It doesn't cancel any insurance policies. Instead, it gives people an opportunity to work longer, earn overtime, and for the employers and the employees to keep their contract with each other. I strongly support this bill, H.R. 2575, and I yield back.